Unveiling the Centauri Project. Dr. Lena Vasquez strode down the hallway of the secret underground facility, her heart racing with anticipation. As one of the world's most brilliant aerospace engineers, she had been handpicked for a classified project that promised to change the course of human history. Earth faced an impending global catastrophe, and the fate of billions rested on the shoulders of Lena and her team. She entered the conference room where world leaders and top scientists had gathered. The tension in the air was palpable as the doors sealed behind her. On the screen at the front of the room, a single phrase glowed: Project Centauri. The director of the International Space Agency, Dr. Marcus Novak, stepped forward. "Ladies and gentlemen, we are facing an unprecedented crisis. Our planet is on the brink of collapse, and conventional methods have failed us. But there is hope." He paused, letting his words sink in. For decades, governments have been secretly studying technology recovered from crashed alien spacecraft. We've made significant advancements, but we've kept this knowledge hidden, fearing the consequences of revealing it. But now, we have no choice. Dr. Novak nodded to Lena. "Dr. Vasquez, please explain Project Centauri." Lena took a deep breath and addressed the room. "Project Centauri is our last, best hope. By reverse engineering alien technology, we plan to construct a starship capable of interstellar travel. This ship will serve as a lifeboat, carrying a select group of humans to a new world where we can rebuild our civilization." The room erupted in a mix of astonishment and skepticism. Lena continued, "I know it sounds impossible, but we've already made incredible breakthroughs. With the right team and resources, we can build this ship and ensure the survival of our species." Dr. Novak interjected, "And that team will be led by none other than Dr. Vasquez herself. She has the expertise, the vision, and the determination to make Project Centauri a reality." As the meeting concluded and the attendees dispersed, Lena felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. She knew that the success of Project Centauri would depend on her leadership and the dedication of her team. With a renewed sense of purpose, she set out to assemble the greatest minds from across the globe, knowing that failure was not an option. Breakthroughs and betrayals. In a sprawling high-tech facility hidden deep beneath the New Mexico desert, Lena Vasquez and her hand-picked team of scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets of the alien technology. The pressure was immense, as every passing day brought Earth closer to the brink of disaster. Lena pored over the schematics of the alien propulsion system, her brow furrowed in concentration. The technology was unlike anything she had ever seen, but slowly the pieces began to fall into place. "I think I've got it," she whispered to herself, a smile spreading across her face. She gathered her team and shared her breakthrough. By combining the alien tech with cutting-edge human innovations, they could create an engine capable of propelling the starship to incredible speeds. The team celebrated, but their joy was short-lived. As they delved deeper into the project, tensions began to rise among the team members. Disagreements over design choices and resource allocation threatened to derail their progress. Lena found herself spending as much time mediating conflicts as she did working on the ship. To make matters worse, Lena began to suspect that there was a spy among them. Sensitive data was leaked, and critical components went missing. She knew that rival nations would stop at nothing to gain access to the alien technology, but she never imagined the betrayal could come from within her own team. Determined to root out the mole, Lena launched a secret investigation. She carefully monitored her team's activities and communications, looking for any signs of suspicious behavior. The truth, when she finally uncovered it, was more shocking than she could have imagined. Dr. Alexander Petrov, a brilliant Russian engineer and one of Lena's most trusted colleagues, had been secretly working for his government all along. Confronted with the evidence, Petrov broke down and confessed, revealing that he had been blackmailed into sabotaging the project. Lena was faced with a difficult decision. She knew that turning Petrov in would likely result in his imprisonment or worse, but she also couldn't risk the future of Project Centauri. In the end, she chose to give him a second chance, but only under the condition that he devote himself fully to the project and cut all ties with his handlers. With the spy threat neutralized and her team united once more, Lena redoubled her efforts to complete the starship. The breakthroughs came faster now, as if the universe itself was conspiring to help them succeed. But even as they made progress, Lena couldn't shake the feeling that their greatest challenges were still to come. Countdown to launch. The hangar housing the ISV Prometheus buzzed with activity as the final preparations for launch were underway. Lena stood on the observation deck, gazing down at the sleek, silver vessel that represented humanity's last hope. The alien-inspired design was a testament to the ingenuity and determination of her team, who had poured their hearts and souls into the project. But as the countdown to launch ticked away, the situation on Earth grew more dire by the day. Natural disasters ravaged the planet, and political unrest threatened to tear nations apart. Lena knew that they were in a race against time, and she pushed her team harder than ever before. 16-hour workdays became the norm as they labored to complete the Prometheus. Lena was everywhere at once, troubleshooting problems, rallying her exhausted colleagues, and making critical decisions on the fly. Sleep was a luxury she could no longer afford, but the adrenaline of the impending launch kept her going. As the final systems checks were completed and the Prometheus was declared ready for its maiden voyage, a new threat emerged. A rival nation, desperate to claim the alien technology for themselves, had launched a military operation to seize control of the ship. Lena received the intelligence just hours before the planned launch. She knew that if the enemy forces reached the hangar, all their work would be for nothing. In a moment of clarity, she saw only one path forward: an early launch right under the noses of their would-be attackers. With no time to lose, Lena rallied her team and set the audacious plan in motion. Engineers rushed to finish the final preparations, while security personnel took up defensive positions around the perimeter. Lena herself took the helm of the Prometheus, her hands trembling as she activated the ship's powerful engines. As the enemy forces closed in, the hangar doors opened, and the Prometheus lifted off, its anti-gravity drive leaving the hostile forces in the dust. Lena let out a triumphant shout as the ship pierced the clouds, leaving Earth behind and setting course for the stars. But even as they celebrated their narrow escape, Lena knew that their journey was just beginning. The Prometheus and its crew were now humanity's ambassadors to the cosmos, carrying with them the hopes and dreams of an entire world. And somewhere out there, among the stars, lay the key to their salvation. Voyage to Proxima. As the ISV Prometheus hurtled through the void of space, its crew marveled at the alien technology that powered their vessel. The advanced propulsion system, born from the reverse engineering of crashed extraterrestrial craft, allowed them to traverse the immense distances between stars at speeds once thought impossible. Lena Vasquez, commander of the Prometheus, stood on the bridge, gazing out at the endless expanse of the cosmos. The weight of her responsibility hung heavy on her shoulders, but she drew strength from the resilience and determination of her crew. As they journeyed toward their destination, Proxima Centauri, the nearest star to Earth, the crew faced a myriad of challenges. The ship's life support systems, designed to mimic Earth's atmosphere and provide for the crew's needs, required constant monitoring and adjustment. Lena worked closely with the engineering team to ensure that every component functioned flawlessly. But it wasn't just the technical challenges that tested the crew's mettle. The psychological toll of extended space travel, coupled with the knowledge that they might never see Earth again, strained even the most resilient among them. Lena made it her mission to keep morale high, organizing team-building exercises and encouraging open communication among the crew. As they neared Proxima Centauri, the ship's advanced sensors detected an anomaly. A faint, repeating signal emanating from a derelict alien vessel in orbit around the star. Lena's heart raced at the prospect of making first contact with an extraterrestrial civilization, but she knew that caution was paramount. The crew debated the risks and potential rewards of investigating the signal, Some argued that it could be a trap, left behind by the same beings whose technology they now relied upon. Others, Lena included, believed that the knowledge and resources they might gain from the encounter could be the key to saving Earth. In the end, Lena made the decision to approach the derelict vessel. As the Prometheus drew near, they marveled at the alien ship's strange, organic design, so different from their own. With a mix of trepidation and excitement, Lena assembled a boarding party, determined to unravel the mystery of the signal and the fate of its creators. As they prepared to embark on this historic mission, Lena couldn't shake the feeling that the future of humanity rested on the outcome of their encounter. With a deep breath and a silent prayer, she stepped onto the alien vessel, ready to face whatever lay ahead. First contact. The interior of the derelict alien ship was a labyrinth of twisting corridors and eerie, bioluminescent chambers. Lena led her team cautiously through the vessel, their suits' life support systems the only sound in the oppressive silence. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and a sense of foreboding hung heavy in the recycled atmosphere. As they penetrated deeper into the ship, following the source of the mysterious signal, they came upon a central chamber that pulsed with an otherworldly light. In the center of the room, suspended in a web of organic tendrils, was the withered form of an alien being. Lena approached the creature, her heart pounding in her chest. Its eyes, clouded and unfocused, suddenly snapped to attention as she drew near. A rasping voice filled the chamber, speaking in a language none of them could understand. But as the alien's words washed over them, their suits' translators began to decipher the message. The being was the last of its kind, the sole survivor of a once proud civilization that had fallen victim to a relentless enemy. With its dying breaths, it warned Lena of an impending invasion of Earth, a fate that had befallen countless worlds before. The crew listened in horror as the alien recounted the story of its people's downfall, overwhelmed by an adversary that consumed everything in its path. But even as despair threatened to engulf them, the alien offered a glimmer of hope. With a trembling appendage, it input a set of coordinates into a nearby console, the location of its homeworld. There, it said, lay the key to humanity's salvation. The plans for a doomsday weapon capable of stopping the invaders. But time was running out, and the alien's life force was fading fast. Lena knew what had to be done. She ordered her crew to download the coordinates and any other vital information they could glean from the ship's systems. As they worked feverishly, the alien's voice grew weaker, its life slipping away. With a final, rasping breath, the alien imparted one last message: save your people, as we could not save ours. The future of the galaxy rests on your shoulders. And with that, the being fell silent, its mission complete. Lena and her crew retreated to the Prometheus, their minds reeling from the revelations they had just witnessed. The fate of Earth, and perhaps the entire universe, now lay in their hands. With a heavy heart, Lena gave the order to set course for the alien homeworld, knowing that the journey ahead would test them in ways they had never been tested before. As the Prometheus leaped into the void, Earth's unseen defenders, Lena steeled herself for the challenges to come. She knew that the road ahead would be fraught with danger, but she also knew that the human spirit was indomitable. With the ingenuity, courage, and determination of her crew, they would face the darkness head-on and bring back the light of hope to a beleaguered Earth. And so the Prometheus raced onward, a beacon of human resilience in the vast, uncharted expanse of space, ready to write a new chapter in the story of humanity's ascent to the stars.